In this video, I'm walking through the exact step-by-step process I would take to help a pool chemicals company work to find keywords and phrases that make sense, are longer tail, and likely to convert fast for them. Let me show you these steps. So first, in Ahrefs Keyword Explorer, I type in pool chemicals here, and this gives a list of all keywords and phrases we're looking at. And I would click on View All here to see the full list of 4,163 keywords, 36,000 searches monthly for this keyword set, and 58,000 searches globally here. And a number of different filters we can go through here. But first, what I would do is look to filter this out to keywords and phrases that contain at least 4 words in them. So that would remove things like pool chemicals or swimming pool chemicals, because it's likely that we would already have that content on the site and or a page optimized specifically for each of those. So in this case, for this video, I'm looking at longer tail keywords. And now we can see pool chemicals near me. What chemicals do I need for a pool, and so on. So there's a number of different ways we could do this. One is looking at these filters on the left here to find words that contain need or swimming or ground or near, and so on. Now, if you are not location specific, then the near me style searches will probably not make sense and not be a big focal point for you. But if you are, then they likely would be. In this case, let's pretend we're not. So let's look at something like ground and see what keywords contain ground related to here. So now we have above ground chemicals for dummies, winterizing chemicals for above ground pool, and so on. Obviously, we have lots of opportunities here. One that I'm thinking about here is winterizing. So if we just look for keywords containing winter, then we would see all of them that have winterizing as well. So let's filter this here and go to include and winter. And now we have a set of 35 keywords. It looks like search volume is relatively low here, 100 searches per month and 200 global searches per month. As I've said before, this is not a metric I would put a ton of energy into, because I've seen cases where a keyword or phrase shows 0 search volume and actually results in hundreds of visitors to that page every month. So in this case, even though it shows a very low search volume, if it makes sense from a business perspective to have that content on your site, then absolutely include it. And here are some opportunities here. Opening pool after winter chemicals. What chemicals do you put in pool for winter? Closing pool for winter chemicals for pool. And then we have some location stuff here as well. Winter pool closing. So in this case, it looks like there would likely be 2 potential pieces of content here. One for what chemicals to use when closing a pool, and one for what chemicals to use when opening a pool. That gives us 2 opportunities for pieces of content there. Now let's go back to the first section here. Pool is cloudy, but chemicals are fine. So that gives us an idea for, let's look for cloudy. 57 keywords containing cloudy. So again, pool is cloudy, but chemicals are fine. Pool chemicals are good, but water is cloudy. Same thing. So cloudy, or why is my pool cloudy, would be another good potential piece of content to have that is, again, relatively long tail. And if we look here at this pool is cloudy, but chemicals are fine keyword, it looks like it should be a relatively easy keyword to rank for, because there's not very many strong websites in terms of links to those pages ranking for this. So this would be something that would be useful, likely to have on your site, because also it's a piece of content that would be helpful for your potential customer. Now, it depends on, again, your end customer. If your end customer is the end user, then this would make sense. If it is a business or you're trying to sell more of your chemicals to a distributor or something, then it's a different discussion. But in this case, we're just looking for content opportunities that would make sense to have content for. So let's remove cloudy here and see what else we have without. Let's check these out. How to get rid of algae in pool without chemicals. So algae is probably another good one. Let's look for that. And there's probably dozens or more misspellings of searches for algae. So 18 keywords containing algae, how to get rid of algae in pool without chemicals. That's another opportunity here. And green pool water actually might be a better opportunity here based on search volume and traffic potential, and people are actually typing that in. And then we get tons of question opportunities here as well for this 523 keywords about green pool water. So this, from an FAQ perspective and potential to rank in both AI and the people also ask section, this is a massive opportunity and a massive key phrase to look at. Now let's flip this around a little bit and pretend that you are looking to rank for something like pool chemical supplier instead. Now, this is a little bit more competitive than some of the long tail key phrases we were looking at. But in this case, what I would do is look at and see who's ranking and what they're doing from an optimization perspective so that we can build content about this as well and work to rank. And from a very high level view, we see DR 12, 20, 24, 6, 66, 39, 35, 5, 88. So in this case, this key phrase actually does not look that difficult to rank for. And you can also see this domains column here is how many links are pointing to this individual page. We have 4, 0, 3, 2, 1, 245, 295. But the one other item to look at here, and I've talked about this before, is looking at the types of pages that are currently ranking for this keyword. So for pool chemical supplier, the number one page is an internal page for discount pool chemicals. Let's look at this one, pool chemicals, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Of these 5 pages here, they're all internal pages on the site. And then we have this one, Pool Life and HTH Pools. These are the home pages for these. So in this case, it would likely be more beneficial to build an internal page for this keyword if you wanted to rank for this. And if we look here, this looks like a category or a collection style page. And this is set up pretty well in terms of optimization, which is not surprising that they're ranking number 1 for this. Keyword up here, additional optimization and content with internal links here. Next one looks like a category or collection style page, missing some content that I would recommend from an optimization perspective. Another category style page here. This one looks to be just an informational page with a little bit of additional information about their brand and other products. And then another category or collection style page. So if you are working to build a page that is optimized for a specific keyword or phrase, the 3 biggest factors you can work on would be number 1, mimicking the type of page that's currently ranking best for that keyword or phrase. Number 2, making sure all of your on-page elements are set up and optimized correctly. Title, description, content, internal links. And number 3, if necessary, working to build links to that page. And if there's not a lot of competition with a lot of links, sometimes you can get away with just having internal links to that page to rank that for the keywords and phrases you want to rank for. Hopefully you got some value from this video. If you did, subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. And that's it. I'll see you on the next one.